It's really self-discipline, isn't it? Everybody knows that discipline can be used as a verb or a noun. Discipline is the act of actually getting down to it, of doing what you're supposed to do, of what you need to do. But it's all self-discipline because here's the metaphor I'm going to give you. And it's a sports metaphor, and then we'll go into a Mel Robbins metaphor because I like to keep my ladies happy too. So we'll start there. If you hear Mel Robbins go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you know it's time to take action. That is a discipline. And it works. And it's simple. It's a simple life hack. Now, for the guys out there, if anyone ever played baseball or soccer or football, something like that, there's a famous phrase that says, take two and hit two right. That means that when you approach the batter's box, you let the pitcher throw two pitches, and then you try to hit the third pitch to right field for a specific purpose to advance the runner. That is your job. It's hard to do because you have nerves, you have muscle memory, you see a pitch coming, your body tenses up and wants to hit the ball. So unless you're Derek Jeter and you can hit that first pitch out of the ballpark on a regular basis, if you swing at one of those first two pitches or you don't hit to right and advance the runner, your coach, your dad, your manager is going to be upset with you because you did not practice self-discipline. They told you what you needed to do. And there are a whole lot of people in this life who can tell you what to do. And I am here today to teach you the difference between tools of gold and fools of gold. Interesting, right? If you are a hammer, everything looks like a nail. But if you are a human, you will want to use a hammer for a specific job to put a nail in. If you have a screw, you're going to want to use a screwdriver. If you want to cut something out of rough carpentry, you might use a sawzall. If you want to mount a new towel bar in the bathroom, you will want a ceramic tile saw. There are the tools you own and the tools you rent. So, what's the difference? Tools you own, things that you're going to use on a regular basis, things that are relatively inexpensive in terms of cost per use. Tools you rent, that whole house snake, when your drain pipe is backed up, that you will go to a rental place and give them their $100. If you're going to run conduit in the backyard for an invisible fence or something like that, that is a tool you will rent for 4 or 8 hours. Because if you do it by hand with a shovel, which can be a tool of gold, but is not in this case, it would take you weeks, where this will take you hours. So your time has a value to you, and that is where you will rent a tool than to buy a tool. Let's say that you know an expert copywriter. I am a fairly good copywriter, but I run with some of the best copywriters in the world. So when they have a problem and I can help them, I have a favor in what I like to call the bank of goodwill, where they will help me with my copy when I have a challenge. So that's a really cool way to do it. And if you can get a really excellent copywriter to write a 5 email drip sequence for you, or to write the copy for your funnel, that will be worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to you. So to pay somebody in copywriting $1,000 to make you $10,000, to make you $50,000, that's a pretty good investment, isn't it? So I'm here today to teach you tools. Now, you may notice that I have a prop on my nose. It's called a nasal breathing strip. And the reason I'm doing it is for discipline. I am teaching myself to breathe through my nose more often and more accurately. You may have noticed athletes wearing these. The reason is if you breathe in through your nose instead of your mouth, you have a lot of great physical benefits to it, including increased endurance. Swimmers, divers, uh, all sorts of different endurance athletes, they actually run their practices with their mouths shut, with their teeth together, so that they have to breathe through their nose. It's discipline. There's another device which I'm checking out, which is a little strip that goes across the mouth, almost like a piece of scotch tape without the resultant skin damage, that people can use to train themselves to do mouth breathing more often. I came across mouth breathing 6 years ago when I became a Reiki teaching master. And I did not realize it at the time, but it allowed me to meditate better and also allowed me to harness energy from the universe better so that I could give my students the ability to do Reiki. It's called an attunement. But no one taught me that it was a discipline. So I think the word discipline has a negative connotation for a lot of people, because discipline, when used as a verb, is correction. And correction, in the examples I gave earlier, if your boss tells you to get the Excel spreadsheet out by 3 o'clock this afternoon, and at 4 o'clock this afternoon, you are not done yet, you will have to let your boss know. Or worst case scenario, they find out by themselves because the person that you were supposed to send that Excel spreadsheet to called them or emailed them. And the discipline they are going to give you is a verbal or other reprimand. They're going to say, I told you to do something and you didn't do it. This is your punishment. So in that case, discipline is being used as a correction. And I don't want discipline to be used as a correction. I want discipline to be innate in you. I want it to be something that you feel every day, that you know what the right thing to do is, and you are going to do it. So I want you to build habits. My friend and mentor, Evan Carmichael, he likes to suggest that a habit can take up to 254 days to form. And the reason he says that is because that is the outer limit. If you do something every day for 254 days, you can do it every day for the rest of your life. But there are other studies that show that you can develop a habit in as little as 14 days. When I help people improve their physical fitness, besides nose breathing, of course, by going to the gym or by jogging or by lifting weights or walking on a regular basis, it's every other day for 2 weeks. So that doesn't sound so challenging, right? But today is the hardest day because today is the start day. And you have to have a motivation to start. And my saying it is not necessarily the motivation you need. If you are having trouble breathing and there are other people in your life who are important to you, whether they're your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your children, that might be motivation. I need to stick around to take care of those people. So you have the motivation, and then you put your sneakers by the door that you're going to go to the gym with. You have a bag already set up with perhaps gym clothes, perhaps change of clothes, a towel, shampoo, soap, what you need to get through your workout. And you leave it by the side of the door, you put it in your car. We call these tools of gold. Full circle, right? Because if we have everything set up in such a way to make it easy for us. If we look at our Google Calendar and say 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I am going to do the Excel spreadsheet, and you block off the hour, you will get the Excel spreadsheet done. You will have used your tools to get this done. In my next video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about fools of gold. And this is going to be a lot of fun because there are a lot of people out there with fake gold or real gold that you are not accepting into your life, perhaps, like this video. I'm Coach Ron. I help people conquer their challenges.